Thanks for connecting, bro. It's great to connect with you. I think I met you through Tucker or Mark, was it?
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah, nice, man, nice. So, tell me a little bit about your story, man. I know you talk about mental health. Why is mental health so important, man? Especially with it's definitely more something to be spoken about when you're younger. And I wasn't aware of a lot of the shit that I'm aware of now. Why is it so important to you, man?
Well, just growing up in a childhood where I got a bit punished, but seeing other like young people go through what they've been through, so I thought, yeah, being mental health should be number one priority, especially in this isolation we have today.
Yep.
And then kids being abused, so I thought, yeah, maybe reaching out to them. I've been through stuff which I haven't been proud of, but I've had a rough growing up. I've had multiple surgeries. I've had a rough life with my grandparents and my family. And
Yep.
then going through that, even still, just like trying to work out just frustrations I have with my legs. So always getting injured, getting more surgeries. So just working through that. And then last year was
And
a massive
uh,
year for me.
yep.
Um, so I lost two of my best mates to suicide, and then my
Right.
grandparent passed away, and then 2 years before that, one of my other friends passed away through suicide. So
Wow.
I think a massive vocal point for me was just focusing on that and then trying to spread the word out to everyone that mental health should be prioritized.
And like how much awareness or knowledge did you have about mental health when you were at school? You finished school, obviously.
So when I was at school, I wasn't really like immersed with the mental like any stats really.
Yep.
So I thought I'd take it upon myself to go and research all this stuff. And I could see I was observing what's happening, especially when I was like a national open swimmer. So within like a high demand, high performance sport, I thought mental health was massive for me. Just the way I got through training, through those hard sets, and then seeing people like just fatigue and then pull out just for mental reasons.
So how did you deal with all these different adversarial experiences? Because suicide and losing people, even family members, is really tough. What was obviously, you could still be grieving. It takes a long time to actually, move forward. It's not something that you forget either. It's always going to be in your memory. So
No, no, no.
how do you push yourself? How do you push yourself forward, or how did you actually, you know, react to those situations during that time, um, and uh, and then kind of get to where you are now?
So where I'm today, I just focus on the positives, just reflecting on what I've been through and how I've used those positive things to push myself today. So say doing like meditation and reflecting on my life and how I can make a change in the world that I see.
Yep.
So being
Nice.
like a massive ambassador. So now being offered a Headspace ambassador. So me going out to communities, helping young people who have these problems like anxiety, depression problems, and then talking through my experiences and then with them as well.
So what's the best way to deal with it, man? Like for people that you go out and talk about it, and there's people suffering, or there's people going through anxiety or depression and they don't know what to do, like what's the best form of advice that you can give them if you're out there speaking, especially for Headspace, because that's a big organization. um and you're the light, bro. You're the voice, so people are going to want to people are going to want answers,
Yeah. So what I've done and what I think should be done is going out, enjoying yourself, going for walks. I go for drives, night drives, just listen to music, just enjoy life and be happy, really. And then reach out to those people that and just be grateful for what you have to the people around
did
you.
you Okay, so gratitude is a big thing, getting out in nature, so moving your body.
Yep.
um did what about communication? Was a big part of your kind of like transformation, or uh life experience of what you've gone through? Did you utilize therapists, or counselors or people who you could talk to because of the way that you were feeling, or did you bottle up a lot of your emotions and stress, or were you aware at that time when your friends were dying, suicide, or your grandparents died, that you could go, okay, well, I need to get help. I need to go and speak to someone. I need to speak to a psychotherapist or psychologist or a
Yep.
counselor.
So recently, I've just been through like a whole low point in my life through mental health. So I thought, well, one of the daunting things was just going to find this help. So for me, going to Headspace and then talking about what I've been through and what they've helped me through. So we've done exercises on thoughts, on strength work. So with that strength exercise, that was mainly focused on my strengths as who I am as a person and what people see me as a person. So
Yep,
then for that would be like how I value myself in life
yep.
and how I want people to see me as a person.
Mm, mm,
So yes, it was a very hard process for me to do, but I feel like I've grown as a person today
yep, yep, yep.
for those people. And I always believe having a low point, you got to start off low to get up high. You got to build those
Absolutely, man.
expectations. Yeah, you got to have that
So how do you want?
persistence.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. You got to be consistent, persistent, resilient. You got to build that momentum, bro. When you take action on yourself, man. Absolutely. Um, how do you want people to see you, bro?
I want people to see me as someone who's just like a leader to anyone. So someone they can come talk to about things. Me being like happy, inspireful, encouraging, empowering. To someone that people look up to as a person.
Yeah, nice, man. Do you still go through points where you feel low, where you feel sad, where you feel not that well, or not as happy as you'd want to feel?
I do have those points, but then I always reflect on what I'm grateful for. So me being able to get out and just enjoy myself has helped me get through those low points.
Mm.
And then me speaking to some of my best mates who I have today, they're one of my most inspiring things I do in life.
Yeah, man, that's powerful stuff. You know, as soon as you go through that low point or that feeling during the day, and everybody has it, man. It's not it's wishful thinking that you can stay in a constant positive state of mind and a happy, joyful, abundant, blissful, emotional state on a daily basis. And so you do get those low points. So switching back to gratitude at that point straight away definitely, you know, kind of changes your perspective and also a reflection on how far
Mm,
you've come to where you are
100%.
now is massive as well. And then you touched on friends. I talk about it all the time. Surround yourself with the right people. Um, you're the average of the five people you hang around, and you're a product of your environment. And if you don't like the product that you are, then you need to change your environment. But
100%.
if
Yeah.
you've got friends that are inspiring and empowering, then that's a real blessing, man. It's not easy sometimes to have, especially at your age. How old are you, by the way?
22.
Yeah,
So
beautiful, bro.
still
It's a
young.
powerful
So
number.
yeah, I've been through a hell lot in that
That's my
time.
favorite number, bro. Love it, bro. 22, that's the best,
Catch
man.
22, boy. Catch 22.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. 22 is the best, man. It's a powerful number, bro. I see that all the time, man. But yeah, man, I'm excited for you, man. Like, for you to show up and to actually get out there and want to change people's lives or help people, who are struggling with mental health. It takes a lot of courage, man. It really does, bro. It takes a lot of courage to stand up, to speak, to share your story, to actually speak about what you've been through, and not be afraid of opening your heart, man. You know,
Yeah.
it's it's something that a lot of people struggle with. They struggle with exposing the truth, with exposing their flaws or their pain, because of especially in males as well, when we have this kind of personality trait of being dominant and being macho and hey, I'm a guy, I don't cry, and stuff like that. So super important that you can actually show up the way you are, and inspire people, man, and tell them that
Yeah.
they're not alone.
Well, even I was looking up the other day stats on just mental health in general, especially suicides. And in 2018, there was like 3,046 deaths by Australians just through suicide. And I thought that's a very damn high number. And that's why I think mental health has to be number one priority. For anything you do,
It's pretty
it has to be
pretty
number one.
big, eh? Damn.
And that comes back to self-love, being the person you want to be. So you got to focus on yourself before you focus on other people, I feel.
Yeah, bro. Well, you feel it, but it's true, man. You know,
Sure, yeah.
it really is. That's exactly something that I wrote in my post this morning when I posted my High Vibe Project logo on my page,
Yeah.
and how I talked about my new movement, and the reasoning for me creating this movement and this platform for the world was there was two major aspects that have allowed me to evolve and grow. And if I can, you know, build this platform and help others get these two major keys that will help them unlock their ultimate self, it's to do with self-love,
Yep.
and it's to do with proximity and having the right people around you. And that's two things that I've learned, bro, is that if you love yourself, if you learn to love yourself, care about yourself, respect yourself, and if you are surrounded by the right people that want to see you win, that are cheering for you every fucking day, that are loving you unconditionally, man, your evolution and your growth and your expansion and your consciousness and your success will, it's like your dream will come true 100
100%,
times
bro.
faster
100%.
if you're
Yeah.
surrounded by the right people. And that's why I'm doing this, bro, because for me, it took me 15 years after I finished school to find self-love, to realize that, you know what, I needed to surround myself with different people. I don't regret anything. Or my friends, man, my friends that I went through and I partied and I did drugs with them and all that kind of stuff, they're amazing people. But this is the beautiful thing about life. Everything is a lesson, you know. But
100%,
if
bro.
I can fast track somebody's growth or success or their dream by planting a seed and giving them an opportunity to go, hey, I want to go onto the High Vibe Project and be part of their community or their conferences or their platform because I want to reach my goal and do better in my life. You know, that's it. When I can help people reach their dream, I reach my dream, you know.
Oh, 100%. It
Um,
works both ways. It'll be reciprocated.
yeah,
So it's
man.
whatever you
So I
put
love
in, you
what
got
you,
to have put back out again.
absolutely, bro. I love what you're doing. I love what you stand for. I'm excited for you, you know, because this is just the start of the journey for you, you know, and in 3 or 4 or 5 years' time, you know, you would have probably spoken to thousands of people. And tell me a little bit about more of what you actually, where you actually want to take this. Because for me, building something like this, where I want to take it around the world and change people's lives, and it's all about mental health and wellness and living your ultimate life. I want to work with people. You know, for me, like I said, together we are powerful. It's not
100%,
about
yeah.
myself, just doing this by myself. And that's why I love networking, man. That's why I love doing interviews. That's why I love connecting with people who are being the change that the world needs to see, you know. And I'm interested, man. What are you doing
So for
for
me,
the
I've always had
next?
a dream as a young kid just to travel the world
Yeah,
and just be that leader, be that evolution that people want to see, the new light. Like I've always had people tell me that I'm the humble one, I'm the genuine one that people don't see. I'm the red gem. So for me, that was a bit of a light bulb moment where I thought, yes, I can be that. I can be the change in this world. I can be empowering. I can live up to what I succeed and see what I see in life. So spreading the news, spreading joy and happiness, even if you go through those low times, just showing how you can, how life is as a person.
bro. How were you like at school, man? Like when you were like 12, 11, 12, like year 5, year 6, year 7? Did you ever get bullied or you know, were you did you care about the way you looked, or did people call you names or anything like that?
I've always had nicknames, but I've been fine with those nicknames. So as a young kid, I just did things the way I wanted to do them. If people didn't like it, then they didn't like it. So for me, I was a bit of a clown and joked around and all that. But then
Sorry, man, I lost you.
So when I was in year 5 and 6, yeah, I used to be like a clown or jokester of the class. So play
Yep.
around. I used to get in trouble heaps. But in saying that, I had an attitude where I wanted to learn and I wanted to do well in my grades. So I had two type of personalities in my life. And I got to year 7, and I thought I needed to change the way I approach things. So I sat down with my family and just talked about things, what I can do. And then I built connections around myself in year 7, like friendship groups. And
Yep.
then I lost friends, I've gained friends. Even still, I was swimming the whole time. So that was my
So
life.
you're still swimming? You're still swimming now?
No. So I've, in the past 4 years, I've had 5 surgeries, which have ended my career. So I was supposed to race at Australian Age Open, so trials for Com Games,
Yep.
and I got diagnosed with acute compartment syndrome, which for those people
Okay.
who don't know of it is blood filling up in your muscles and you get cramps all the time,
Yep.
and the stage where you got to get surgery for it.
Right.
So on the eve of that, I got diagnosed with it, which was very frustrating. I went through a really down point. So within that
How did that
first
make
year,
you
I had
feel?
surgery straight away.
Yeah.
I had to watch my dream come crumbling down, which I still have the mindset of getting back to it again.
Yep.
So being, as I say, just being consistent, persistent, and pushing through those hard times.
Well, you're definitely showing up, bro. You definitely keep pushing and you're not giving up, which is amazing, man. But when you got diagnosed, how did that make you feel? Like, it could have felt like the end of the world.
Yeah, for me, I thought it was the end of the world, but then I put in perspective, people who are going through cancer, my injury is nothing compared to what they're going through. So I thought I've only got a minor issue that can be fixed. Whereas someone's been diagnosed with cancer, they go through a really hard time to get to the end of that tunnel.
Mm.
So, in perspective of things, I had something that was small. So it wasn't the end of the world. And I knew I could always come back from that.
So are you healed now, or are you still dealing with a few issues?
So that was 3 years ago, my first surgery. Then I did my ACL on my right leg. And I was playing soccer after coming back from my rehab for my left leg. And then 9 months, once I got back from my ACL, I did my left ACL. And now I'm still having problems with it. So it's still frustrating.
Yeah, right. Yeah, damn. Well, I always say no pain, no gain, or more pain, more gain. And it sounds to
100%,
me
bro.
like you're a really resilient and strong uh, person, bro.
I've had people come up
I
to me and
just
say, "How have you got through this?" And I said, "Well, just simply just persisting and knowing there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I'll be stronger going into this, and I can do things even if it's not on my leg." So talking to people, inspiring people about mental health, and doing things around it.
so what is mental health? Like if you were to explain it to someone said to you, man, what are you talking about? What's mental health?
So for me, mental health is someone who's been diagnosed with or clinically diagnosed with anxiety, depression, um, OCD. So putting those into perspectives, but then someone who's going through a really hard time, say they might have lost like a parent or a friend,
Yep.
anxious. But my overarching topic is saying, well, it's okay not to be okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I love that, bro. Absolutely.
And that's why I'm massively passionate for Are You Okay, Dave?
Yeah, yeah, that's big.
And I was watching a thing on Jay Shetty, who's one of my main people I watch, his motivator.
Yep,
And he was
yep.
speaking about um, emotional vocabulary. So simply asking the question, how are you? And people just said, okay. But not actually going deep into why they're okay.
Mm.
So for me, I don't like small talk. So if we're having a conversation, I say good, you'd want to know why I'm good. So for me to expand that, say why I'm good and what's been happening, is massive.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, isn't it? When everyone's so used to saying, yeah, not bad, I'm okay, yeah, good, thanks. You know,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you go into a shop and you say, how you going? Okay, yeah, not bad, mate. Yourself? Yeah, not bad. It's everyone says the same shit, you know, and they're actually not even aware of. It's actually unconscious. It's actually just an autopilot response because people people are so used to that kind of conversation.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
they're not even and they just react. They're not even aware of the actual word or the question that they're being asked. You know, because it's become such a numbing conversational, like communicative form. So, you know, one thing I like to do if someone asks me how am I always respond with I am amazing or I am extraordinary or I'm fantastic or I'm spectacular or because those kind of words they have
They
really
resonate
powerful
around you,
emotions. They
100%.
have really powerful emotions around them. So, you know, your mind doesn't know the difference, man. So when you speak that, you know, your subconscious is like, oh, wow, you're feeling amazing. Oh, okay. We must be amazing then. Okay, great. And so you start feeling better. But it takes practice and it takes a lot of repetition. You know, it's not something that you can practice for a month and all of a sudden you're feeling better about yourself. It's something that you have to believe in and you have to practice on a daily basis. But that's just something that I do, and it definitely makes a big difference, bro.
100%
Um,
it does.
yeah, man. So, man, I really appreciate your time. You know, it's really been great to talk to you. It's great to hear your story. I'm really looking forward to just staying connected with you, man, and supporting you and cheering for you and seeing what you build, bro. Because man, the world needs you more than ever before, and there's a lot of people out there that are just waiting for you to stand up in front of them and you know use your voice, use your gift, bro, and share your story. And you got a really powerful story, man. There's a lot you know, you've got a lot of acknowledgement for you for everything that you've been through. And so, you know, take the time for yourself as well to use that as your fuel, use that as your motivation, bro, because, you know, there's no one out there that's been through what you've been through. And, bro, that's your power, man.
And I've even had that massive opportunity of working with the Giants AFL team as well, being a trainer for 2 years
Yeah, nice.
until I had my injury. So I think for that, seeing a different world in like a massive professional view was just very enlightening for me to get back from my injury just to get to that stage again.
Yeah, man.
That's my dream,
It's
man.
amazing.
Just traveling the world, working with top sport teams, and just being that light of that world.
Help. Yeah, and at the end of the day, bro, you're helping people, man.
100%, man.
You know, and I think, you know, giving back, serving, is probably you know, one of the most fulfilling experiences that you can have in your life when you make a difference in someone's life. Um, so, you know, it's amazing, bro. I'm excited for you, man. Thank you so much for your time. It's been great to meet you.
Much appreciated, Luke.